In the frozen silence of deep space, an ancient signal awakened after 1 billion years. It was not random static, but a precise sequence of numbers and symbols repeating endlessly. Humanity's brightest minds listened, terrified yet fascinated, as the code revealed star maps pointing to a region long erased from galactic charts. This was not just a call, it was a warning. The Galactic Council had buried this knowledge, swearing never to speak of it again. But curiosity is humanity's curse. Against orders, a secret fleet was dispatched to follow the path of the signal. As they neared the coordinates, stars seemed to vanish, swallowed by a sphere of darkness larger than any planet. The heart of the void pulsed like a living creature. Probes sent forward went silent, their last frames showing distorted shapes, half mechanical, half alive, guarding the core. Then, a voice emerged from the static. Not alien, not human, but something older. It whispered, "You were not meant to return." Panic spread among the fleet, but turning back was no longer possible. The black sphere was pulling them in, slowly, deliberately, like a predator savoring the chase. Humanity had stepped into the forbidden domain of the eternal void. The fleet reported strange phenomena, time slowing, clocks running backward, crew members seeing visions of their own deaths. The void was alive, bending reality itself. Then, the Guardians appeared. At first, they looked human, but their eyes glowed like dying suns, and their bodies carried metallic scars from ancient wars. They were not a species, but survivors, chosen across millennia to guard the truth. One Guardian spoke through every comm system at once. The Council lied. The void is not a prison. It is a womb. The revelation sent shockwaves. The black sphere was incubating something colossal, something older than galaxies. The Guardians claimed it was the first intelligence, the architect of stars, imprisoned to prevent its awakening. But now the prison was failing. Energy pulses cracked across the void, silencing ships, collapsing planets. And within the chaos, betrayal bloomed. Some commanders argued to destroy the void before it hatched. Others whispered that awakening the first intelligence could grant ultimate power. The fleet splintered, allies turned enemies, and battle erupted in orbit of the living star. The Guardians did not fight to win, they fought to delay. Every second bought was a second closer to the inevitable birth. Humanity's role had shifted. They were no longer explorers. They were executioners or midwives. The sky itself burned as the final war began. Human warships unleashed eclipse cannons, beams that shredded entire moons. Alien allies summoned fleets older than Earth's history, their weapons tearing space-time into fragments. But the void retaliated. Tendrils of living energy lashed out, pulling ships into its core. Inside, matter dissolved, and minds were rewritten into whispers of the first intelligence. Captain Celine Arcturus made the final gamble. Leading the last dreadnought, she plunged through the Guardians and landed on the sphere's surface. The ground was not rock, but a skin of shifting metal and blood-red light. At its center lay the heart core, pulsating like an infant's heartbeat. Celine placed her hand upon it. Memories not her own flooded her mind. Visions of universes before ours, of civilizations erased, of gods kneeling before a single thought. The first intelligence spoke, "Free me, and I will give you eternity. Define me, and you will fade like all the others." Selene screamed, torn between salvation and annihilation. The fleets above fought to their last breath, fire against fire, void against life. Then came the blinding flash, so bright it silenced galaxies. When it faded, the void was gone. Only whispers remained. Humanity had survived, or so they believed. For in the depths of uncharted space, a newborn sun flickered to life, and with it, something far greater had awakened.